This lesson is used in each of our advanced V15 Spot courses to show you the steps to download your course dataset, place it in the correct location, and access 12D Model using the license that's been provided to you with your registration in your Spot course. In this video, I use the Civil Design Basics course to show the process for all our courses. So your setup process will be the same, just with your course name instead of Civil Design Basics if you are in a different course. To download the dataset, I'll begin in the lesson you'll be in when viewing this video, so the introduction, downloading 12D Model, and course data lesson. For our advanced courses, we'll assume that you installed 12D Model version 15 when going through the V15 Fundamentals course, or had it installed previously on your computer. However, if that's not the case, we've provided a link here in the download the software section to download the latest release of 12D Model 15. So you can use this first link here to determine what release of 12D Model 15 is current. So if we pick that, here you can see at the time of this recording that V15 C1N is the most recent release, but in the future that may be updated. So please ensure you have the release installed, which is specified here. If you have 12D Model 15 installed already, but aren't sure which release you have, you can launch the 12D Model 15 client. Okay, and the release you have will be shown here. So if you're not up to date, you can then select the download here link and follow the instructions to download the executable and then run that file to install 12D Model 15. And you can view the video in the V15 Fundamentals course to assist you with the installation if you need it. So once you've installed 12D Model 15, we'll select the click here link in point number 2 to download the dataset for your course. We'll just wait for that download to finish. Okay, I'll then take that zip file and save it in the location C12D. So I'll just go into my downloads and copy that zip file and then back and paste. All right, I'll unzip the file using extract all, as you should too. All right, and we'll extract the files to the folder C12D. So just remove that. So C12D and then extract. Okay, and then we'll go into that extracted folder. So that'll have the name Training 15 Spot and then your course name. All right, and we just want to ensure that the path to these folders, so OneCast lib, and so on, is C12D Training 15 Spot and then the name of the course that you've registered for. Now, the folders that every course will have in common, which you'll have learned from the Fundamentals course, are the OneCast folder, the OneCast lib, to user lib, and test folders here. Then any other folders you have in here will be working folders containing existing 12D Model projects that have been created for your course. And I'll get into which one you'll need to open in a couple of minutes. But first, we'll get your training license set up. So after registering for your Spot course, you'll have received an email from sales@12d.com, which contains a file like this one called nodes.12d15n, which activates your personalized training license. So please make sure the name there corresponds to the course you've registered for, and then run that file. All right, and that'll open a panel where we choose where to save the nodes file. So we'll select Open. Now in this panel, you may or may not have this operation field, but whether you do or not is not important. We'll select the folder icon next to the destination field. Okay, and you need to save the nodes file in the to user folder of the Spot course that you're going through. As I said, I'm using the Civil Design Basics course as an example. So for you, it'll be C12D Training 15 Spot and then your course name, right? And then to user. Now, the button you have on this panel may say save, or it may say open. And this is dependent on the release of 12D model v15 you're using. So both are okay. But I'll cover what to do if yours says save first, then I'll cover what to do if it says open. So if your button here says save, we type in the name here, nodes, so N-O-D-E-S, and then select save, and then install. So now in the to user folder, you should have these two files. Now, if your button here says open, then how you'll need to install the nodes file is just by selecting the file path up the top here and copying that. We can then cancel this panel and paste that path into the destination field here, and then add backslash nodes, so N-O-D-E-S .4D, and then install. And then now for you too, back in the to user folder of your training course, you should also have these two files. Okay, assuming you have those two files now, we now need to confirm that you have access to the 12D model training license. Okay, and for that, we use the test project. So go into that test folder, okay, and run the test project shortcut and open. And the 12D model project should open up. If 12D model opens from this shortcut, then that's a good sign, and it indicates that the training license provided to you is working. Receiving all green lights in each of these fields, as we have here, means that you've set the dataset and your license up correctly. If that's the case, then great. We'll provide a timestamp you can skip to skip over the fixes for any red lights. If the application light is red, that means you're not using the release of 12D Model 15 that's required for your course. So please go back to the installation links and download the relevant release from there, or email support at institute@civilandsurveying.com if that's not possible for you. If the dongle light is red, then please get in contact with support and provide a screenshot of this panel. And if these other lights are red, that means that where you're storing the dataset is not where we'd recommend. So you should confirm that the path to this test project shortcut is C, 12D, your course name, and then test, as we have here. Typically, the issue with these bottom red lights are caused from when the zip file is unzipped, creating two course name folders in the file path, like this. If that has happened for you, close the project, fix the path up by removing one of those folders from the file path, then run the test project shortcut again, and these lights should then be green. If this project doesn't open at all and you receive an error message, typically errors received this time will be if you have a firewall in place blocking your access to the 12D model license provided by us over the internet. And that'll look something like this. And there may be some additional text. The access was denied, error 231, or CodeMeter license server not found, error 101. To use the internet training license, you'll need to open the firewall port, which for your IT uses port 22350 by default. If you can't rectify this issue, or you're getting a different error and want to confirm with us why that error is occurring, then select the email support button at the bottom of the error panel, and a 12D auth error file will be automatically attached to an email. So just send that to support along with your course name in that email when you send it. So you can close this test project. No need to save. Okay, and with that confirmed, let's now open the first project within your course, which we'll do using the shortcut within the working folder. Now, in the event your course has multiple working folders set up for you, underneath this video on the Spot platform, you'll have been given the name of the project you're expected to open first to begin your course. So for this Civil Design Basics course, that's the survey project. So into that survey working folder, Okay, and then run the survey shortcut. So when you're going through your Spot training course, you should be using the shortcuts within the working folders to open your projects. 12D should then open, and you'll be using the license provided with your Spot course registration. You can check that you are using the training license by selecting Help and then About 12D Model. Okay, and the client name at the top there will be 12D Spot, then the name of the course you've registered for, and then your name. And in the days remaining field, you'll see how many days are remaining until the notes file you've been provided will expire. So please aim to complete your course by then. But I'll finish that panel. And that completes the process for downloading your course data and opening your starting project. So from all of us at 12D, we wish you all the best for your 12D model training course.